festivities, always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, MLB The Show brings you the MLB All-Star Game. It's the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singing, always special when we get together to call the All-Star Game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these All-Star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And now here's the starter for the National League, Shohei Ohtani. What do you got on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. You also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Nice night for baseball here in the city of brotherly love. Leading off, David Guerra. And the MLB All-Star Game is underway. That one fouled off. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's your 1. At the ball. Ohtani in his 9th season, 31 years old, and a 4-time MVP, one of the faces of the league.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
That's a ball whipped with the sweeper.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swings and misses, and we're filled up.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
There's a swing and a drive. That one's carrying. Out of here. A solo shot. And that's how they take the lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Now at the plate, Juan Carlson. He's a guy who does it all. Hey! Carlson matched a homer in his last game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, it's a strikeout for Shohei.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity at spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
2 down, nobody on. And he gets tied up right there.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. This is the Major League Baseball All-Star Game on the show. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And now here's the starter for the American League, Carlos Rodon. What do you look for here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. 1 away.
Batting second, from the St. Louis Cardinals, the catcher, Alejandro Pinto.
And here's the catcher, Alejandro Pinto. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And a foul ball. Rodon ready. The 0-2 on the way. And they'll do it again. In the air, right field. Gonzalez has a beat on it. 2 down.
Batting third, from the Pittsburgh Pirates, the right fielder, Fernando Winter.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
And that one missing low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swings and misses, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing there for the National League. They trail here 1-0. Back at Citizens Bank Park, we move ahead to the top of the 2nd now. Jose Gonzalez digs in down.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
The 0-2. That one missed. Swings another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Ohtani certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Next offering is down low.
So when you look at that, he's not completely preventing guys from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swings through that one. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Ohtani launched a homer in his most recent game. A little out front there as he swings through it. Fastball for a strike. He goes down looking.
Batting fifth from the Philadelphia Phillies, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
And a strike. Now the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter, to track.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Off to a strong start, Siggy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but it'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Gets him easily, ends the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. So they bring on the veteran, Jacob deGrom. And he'll feature a hard slider to work off his fastball. Jackson Holliday getting ready to hit. He's someone that really beat. On right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. Fought off foul. And he swings through that one.
The hitter early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off, see if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
Got him. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. Not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Witt with a homer in his last game. There's a swing and a miss. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Guerra at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
2 down, nobody on.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the third. Back here in Philadelphia, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Turner now.
Impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
Strike 2.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Set down on strikes. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
And now the 0-1. That catches the corner. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges. Ground ball right side. Sends it to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Batting ninth, from the Chicago Cubs, third baseman, Alex.
Now it's Alex Bregman. And first offering is fouled off. There's a strike.
I'm a little surprised with how patient they've been against the fastball. They're taking a few for strikes now. I'd like to see him show some confidence by attacking those pitches.
In the air, left field. Phillips under it. And that is that. 9 straight retired here to start the game. The AL leads it 1-0. Michael McGreevy on a pitch out of the pen here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Leading up for the American League, the right fielder, Carlos Gonzalez.
Sliced hard but foul. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. Little Baltimore chop action for the base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Everything came together for him. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Out to short, into the outfield, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot a 3-4 knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find the hole.
So up next, Andres Phillips. Struck out swinging his first time. That one ripped but foul. Swing and a miss. That's strike two.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out.
The first baseman, number 6, Jose Gonzalez.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
2 on, 1 out.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Here's a 1-1. There's your strike. 95 of that one. Gonzalez wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And that one was indeed a strike. Still one challenge left for them. Got him swinging.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was off. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Daniel in the box now. Takes strike one. Two on, 2 outs. And that is out of play. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. AL 1-0. Back here in Philadelphia, now it's the power speed combo. Diego J. Rodon back to work. Swing and a ground ball.
Foul ball.
And foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Foul ball there. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Looking for the K.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up. Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him swinging for the K. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Here's a big power throw. Fernando Winter. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. To the mound. Over to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. NL goes down quietly. They're down 1-0. New arm out of the bullpen, Brandon Pfaadt.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
The American League, the catcher.
And a swing and a miss there. Action in the pen down there. Juan Mejia, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Here comes the 0-1.
No fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it. Ball.
Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Going one. Late on that fastball. Swing and a miss. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beatings.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Witt swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. What a stop. Fires to first. Throws low and nearly a great play. The scoop goes in and out of the glove.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. This speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Witt off of first with 2 away.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. So digging in, Carlos Gonzalez. He's already homered in this game. And a swing and a miss. First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. This one in the air, center field. Merrill gets under it. And that's the 3rd out. AL leaves a pair, but they still lead it 1-0. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Cade Smith.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that started up
for the National League, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Late on that fastball. Splits the plate, 0-2.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
0-2 now. Popped up. Daniel settles under it. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the National League, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Late with the swing there. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Now 2 away.
Well, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
This ball's chopped to the ground. And that's the inning. 1-2-3 go the National Leaguers. They still trail 1-0. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. comes the right-hander, Juan Mejia. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Stepping in, Juan Carlson. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Late swing, fouled off. Oh, 1 down.
That's ball 2.
And that's outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Three-two now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk. This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Carlson gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Dennis Santana looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hoffman also getting ready. The 1-1. And a big swing and a miss. Stays alive. The 1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where pitchers would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That's off the inside corner. Full count now.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
3-2 now. And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. 1 down.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead, getting that W.
1 out, man at first. Here's some real power at the plate. Jose Gonzalez goes 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Man at first, 1 away. Oh, and 2 now.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
And a swing and a miss. 2 gone.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit, just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. The AL out front here, 1-0. Bottom of the 6th, digging in, Trey Turner.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
And that one fouled off. There's a line drive to left field. And a quick out, number 1. Comes up empty. Right through there, got him. And there are 2 outs.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Here's Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1.
I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
2 down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And he gets Bregman. That's out number 3. Nothing doing there for the National League. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Joan Duran takes over on the mound.
For the American League, the catcher,
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Got him swinging. 1 gone here.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment and get back on track. His team needs him.
The 1-0. To the right side, and that chance handled. On to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
the batter, number 7, designated hitter, Bobby.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 2. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing there for the American League, but they're on top 1-0. now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off. Xavier Edwards.
And he would be the tying run coach, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch.
And fouled off. Way out front for strike two. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. A big first out here in the seventh via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Looks like the pinch hitter for the National League, William Contreras. Looking to start something with one gone. Fouled off. He was late. And he pumps it a strike. Looking to get the tying run on base. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Well, he just went right after him there. No messing around with the off-speed stuff. Here's my fastball. If you can hit it, go for it. 3 fastballs. See you later. Definitely build your confidence out on the mound.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the National League, Juan Soto. Trying to get something going for him with 2 away.
7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side of the 7th. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound. Start the 8th, Devin Williams.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs it out.
Back back to the top of the order now. David Guerra now at the plate. 1 for 3. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Guerra wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. The 0-1 gets him to chase after that one.
That's a ball.
And a swing and a miss. And one away.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
That's off the mark. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Dennis Santana looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hoffman warming up as well. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
And a 1-2. Got him. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Number 25.
2 outs, base is empty. Juan Carlson will hit next. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location, he just guessed wrong.
2 down, nobody on. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Swings through him for the K. And he strikes out the side of the 8th. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Aroldis Chapman.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Looks like the pinch hitter for the National League, Rafael Devers. Got it started a little too early, strike 1. 2. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it's gone. A home run to break up the no-hitter. Their first hit finally comes on a homer. And we are starting over.
That swing completely changes the momentum of this game, Boo. It's so tough to come in as a pinch hitter and have success. I mean, you really have to keep yourself locked into the game and ready at any time. It's always impressive to me when someone jumps in there and gets it out. It's a huge lift for your ball club as well.
Dave Roberts turning to his bench for a new bat. Fernando Tatis Jr. He represents the go-ahead run. That's to third. One gone to the bottom of the eighth.
Up next for the National League, the first baseman,
Dave Roberts turning to his bench for a new bat. Brandon Lowe. He represents the go-ahead run. And it's fouled off. The 0-1. Swinging a foul out of play. Called out on strikes.
the batter number 7, shortstop.
Trey Turner with a chance now. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors.
Yeah! Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Two down, bases empty, but one run across here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98. Got a really good pass at the ball.
Strikes him out with 100. But this clutch home run gets us even again. All even now at 1-1. This is the Major League Baseball All-Star Game on the show. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jeff Hoffman.
Leading up for the American League, the left fielder, Andre.
Swings through that one for strike one.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
The 0-1. Late swing, fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. And he's gone for the 4th.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Out front, rip foul. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. And they jump in front in the 9th. It's 2-1. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. He's got a real hard fastball. You can't overswing. All you got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss as he was late. Now. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Chases that one upstairs.
Well, you know this guy wants to pitch off something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Swing. A miss, struck him out, and that is that. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. 8-9, 1-2 up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's a lead for the American League, 2-1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. David Bednar.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Fielding for the wall, makes the catch in foul ground. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
out.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
That's in for a strike. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. And that one fouled off. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Now only one out remaining.
That's about as nasty of a spin as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put a lid on.
Looks like the pinch hitter for the National League, Bryce Terang, looking for a two-out spark with the bases empty. Fly ball down the line. And he's got it. Ball game. And the American League All-Stars claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.